And now, coming to you live from high atop the Denham Spring Towers, we are pleased to bring you a live broadcast of the Ray Anderson Show. So crank up those speakers and throw some extra coffee in your cup. And to get in on today's show, we will be taking your phone calls, texts, emails, and tweets. The show is just about to start with your host, Ray Anderson.
And she said, oh, I have my 81-year-old, 91-year-old mother. You can wave into the camera. And she's sitting here, and she's going to tell us about Denham Springs because you know a lot, she said.
Oh, yeah.
Well, tell us what you know. Where you from? Are you from here originally? Did you just...
From Baton Rouge.
From where?
Baton Rouge.
Originally, and then you moved to Denham Springs? And how long you been here?
17 years.
Well, that's a good number.
Yep.
How you like it so far?
Oh, we love it.
It seems to me getting a lot better than it was 20 years ago. I came through here a few times, a while back, maybe 25 years ago, and it seems to get every time there's new business, new people, and friendly.
And Juban Paul. Juban Shopping Center.
Oh, the shopping center. Yeah, they got that antique mall over there too, huh?
You
Isn't
know,
that?
they have the antique mall is in downtown.
Okay, but don't they have like an antique shop in Juban Mall? No?
It's all in antique. It's all in downtown.
Well, you know I don't, so I need to stand corrected.
Yeah.
Today is June the 26th. I don't know if I said that in opening up the show. And what was your name again?
Catherine Roussel.
Catherine.
Yep.
Can I call you Kathy?
Yep.
Is that what people called you back in the day or now? Or
No.
It's all Catherine?
Yep.
Well, I went out with a Catherine 60 years ago, but she preferred to be called Kathy.
Yeah, I have a daughter, too. That's always been Kathy.
And you see, my name is Ray, but I spell it W-R-A-Y. I was looking to see I had something with my name spelled on it, but I put it back in the box. And everybody asked me, well, how did you get the name W-R-A-Y? Was it from that old King Kong movie in the 50s that your daddy watched, and they had Fay Ray with a W-R-A-Y? And I said, no. They said, well, how do you get it? I said, well, my daddy was an attorney, and his law partner was G. Ray Gill, spelled W-R-A-Y, so he made him my parent, or godfather, for people that are not down around here, don't know what a parent is. And he was a nice guy, but he used to call me up and say, hey, Ray, when you get off of school today, come to the office, and I got a little birthday present for you. And I'd go, okay. And then I'd get off of school, I'd go to the office, and he'd say, oh, Miss Cox, that was the secretary, oh, she brought it to my house. So come on by my house tomorrow the next day. So tomorrow the next day, I'd go to his house, and he'd say, oh, my wife Alice, she brought it back to the office. And this just went on I never got nothing out of him. And then right before he passed away, I got a lot of fun out of him, but not a gift. And right before he passed away, I get a magazine called the Louisiana Conservationist. And it said lifetime subscription from G. Ray Gill. And I said, oh, the old man finally got something for me, until I read a little further and it says, free.
Well, you got it.
He didn't pay for it. He just you can go, back then they didn't have them online. You just, I guess, filled out a postcard and everybody in the state would get a magazine. But I thought it was something special for me, and I still get it. So tell us about you. What you been doing on this planet for the last 91 years?
Raising kids.
How many you got?
5.
Whew. They all good?
They all retired.
Well, but that don't mean nothing. That ain't good. Do they help you out? They come over and mop that floor and clean that kitchen and.
No, we don't do that.
Y'all got a house, a farm?
I live in a house alone.
Did you used to have a farm over here in Baton Rouge? It was always
No,
a house.
We lived in Baton Rouge.
Right, but in a house, always. And what did you used to do for a living?
Worked for IBM.
What?
We worked for IBM.
Oh, well, that's pretty good.
Yep.
So, you got anything you want to say good about Denham Springs?
It's a wonderful
Because that's
place.
what the show's about, good or
It's a
bad.
wonderful place to live. Everybody's very friendly. I see very little crime.
Well, me neither. And, to do this show, I went online and I picked up a lot of the Denham Springs and Livingston Parish newspapers and radio stations and TV stations. And you're right, not a lot of crime here.
No.
And my son, who's been living here for quite some time now, he's got, this is his third business he's opened up here. And he's bought 3 pieces or 4 pieces now of real estate. So, the parish, the city, it's starting to move on. Maybe he ought to get into politics, You never know. You want to say something? Where you from? You don't want to talk? No. Okay, well, back to you. Anybody else in the room want to talk? Get on the air, tell us about their life in Denham Springs, or about the food. Did you eat? Have you been here before to eat?
Oh, yeah.
And what do you think about that food? Now remember, that's my son back there cooking, so.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, Chad. So, be nice.
I thought the owner's sister cooked.
That's Kim.
His sister? No, his son.
No, my son and Kim are together.
Oh, okay.
And my son's cooking, and Kim does the bacon and whatever they do behind that other thing. And I apologize for not knowing her actual, a chef. She was a chef before she came here, but they opened this restaurant up, I think November the 11th. So about 6 months. And by the way, they're getting ready to have a 6-month anniversary party, and I'll read that menu a little later. But since this is the first time I'm doing this, it takes 2 computers to do what I'm doing, one for the recording and one for the video, and I really need that other screen like when back in my home studio, I can be reading the menu off the screen and telling you, and they're going to have something when they reopen after the 5th, and it's going to be like today with all you can eat crab and shrimp. And I think that's going to be a permanent thing on the menu for lunch or maybe dinner. I have to read it, I'm 72, so I kind of get a little forgetful sometimes. And, so that's my story. So.
I have nothing to add.
Well, it's been nice having you on the show.
All right, thank you.
And I think I'm going to play a little commercial and take a little pause for a second. And they do that back in the, we're off the air right now. But you can. Hi, let me tell you about the Maisonette shop. They're at 2727 Britannia Street. Their website is maisonette shop.com. And don't forget to, look them up on the internet. Now, they've mastered custom at the Maisonette. They got antique bed covers, classic yachts, needing new custom-sized mattresses and sheets, recreating new towels to match the old discontinued style, and creating custom monograms from sketch. No job is too big or too small. Their collection of luxury products, quality craftsmanship, and expert workrooms, both domestic and international, make them the go-to for custom linens on land, sea, and air. Contact them with a list of your needs, or to learn more about their process, go to the shop, 2727 Britannia Street in New Orleans, or the website, maisonnetteshop.com, or call them up, 504-437-1850. They're open from 10 to 5, Monday through Saturday. Y'all take care now. The Yellow Brick House, 535 Florida Avenue, Denham Springs, Louisiana. 225-271-7331. At the Yellow Brick House, we're open for breakfast and lunch Monday through Thursday, 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. And on Sundays, we have a Sunday brunch from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Closed on Friday and Saturday, family owned and operated. For breakfast, enjoy our cinnamon rolls, biscuits, all homemade, sausage biscuits, egg and cheese, and much more. And for lunch, we feature a filet mignon sandwich, blackened or fried catfish BLT, an 8-ounce chuck burger, dressed as you like, jumbo shrimp platter, and the best daily specials around. But wait, there's more. Sunday brunch, always spectacular. You'll think you're in a grand hotel. The Yellow Brick House, 535 Florida Avenue, Denham Springs. We encourage you to relax and let us do the cooking. Enjoy our breakfast and daily specials. Hours are Monday through Thursday, 6 a.m. to 2 p.m., and that Sunday brunch, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m., closed on Fridays and Saturdays. The Yellow Brick House, 535 Florida Avenue, Denham Springs. Remember, Yellow Brick House, 535 Florida Avenue, Denham Springs, Louisiana, or call ahead for your order, 225-271-7331.
Ham operator.
Oh, you know, I wanted to be a ham operator. I took the test one time after a week of reading the book, and I failed. And they told me to come back, and then
You didn't have to take code tests?
not when I did it.
Yeah, that,
But my uncle was a ham. My cousin from my mother's side was and still is a ham. They had the Ozone Ham Club, and
not in this area?
well, I know New Orleans, Metairie, Jefferson Parish, and all that. I don't know about Livingston, but it's called the Ozone. They're online, you
Yeah.
can find them. But hold on one second. Okay, and so we're back at the Yellow Brick House, 535 Florida Avenue in Denham Springs. We're working off of this one camera over here. I have another camera, but for some reason it all worked in the studio, but when I got here and hooked everything up, only one worked. But that's okay, because we got a wide angle, and you can see Miss Kathy, right? Say hello, Kathy.
Hello.
Well, now you're being blocked by, but that's all right. And everybody seems to enjoy the food. My wife
Delicious.
especially enjoys the food. The only thing my wife wishes is that they had the fried green tomatoes every day. And he only has that on occasion. But it's not my restaurant, it's his restaurant. So he does what he has to do.
I was going to say, it's obvious he don't need any special thing,
Anyway,
any special food. Look at the crowd.
no, I mean, he's got a regular menu every day, but he does have, like, crawfish pastas. He'll have stuffed bell peppers. He'll have everything except what I like. And I love liver and onions.
Yeah, but he wouldn't sell none.
And he won't never have that.
No.
But you see, my mama made that. And that was, I don't know what day of the week it was, but on that day, it was liver and onions. And I remember on Friday, it was fish or shrimp. And I remember on Saturday, it was either turkey or meatballs and spaghetti. So we had a set menu at the house. We knew what we were going to eat on any day. And if you didn't eat, that's okay, because it'll be there, for your midnight snack, like that movie, the Wire Coat Hangers. What was the name of that? The Joan Crawford story or something? And of course, my mama didn't beat us with a wire coat hanger, but you darn sure better eat what she puts on that table, because everything looks good. I mean, we're going out, we're getting on, and people are listening, so that's a good thing. So how you like these new T-shirts we just got him in today? They're right behind you. And here comes
Yeah, I
Chad.
saw.
Chad, come on in. Oh, Mr. Chad, that's my son. He's a little embarrassed to pick up that microphone and get on, I always had a problem with him. So that's life. So next time we're going to be able to take phone calls and hey, stand in front of that camera, turn around, and let them see that T-shirt, please. Now, yeah, let them see the back. Oh, look at that. Look how pretty. Now turn around this way. There you go. You want to come get in on it? No? Where's your T-shirt? No T-shirt? Huh?
I only brought larges.
I brought small, medium, large, extra large, and Raymond size. But anyway, and just tell me before I leave what size you want, and I'll order them for you. You need a large?
Medium.
Oh, a medium. Well, I think I could. No, I didn't get. He told me no mediums because the large will probably shrink after you wash it.
Medium.
So, anyway, all right. And what is your function here?
Oh, you
What
go.
do I do?
Yes.
I cook.
Okay. So what did
Chad calls me the executive chef.
he what?
Chad calls me the executive
Oh,
chef.
you his sister?
His sister?
Yeah.
He's the
Told-
executive
he told me
chef,
his
and
sister
you
cooked.
are the.
He said his sister cooks.
That's what he told me one time.
I'm not his sister.
No.
You don't have a sister.
Chad? Well, If he says that, he doesn't. Okay. He's got a stepsister.
Oh, okay.
He's my stepson.
Oh, I know.
So
Oh, okay. Wait, by his mom.
right.
Okay,
So
okay.
Chad is my wife's child, and I have a daughter that's my child, and then we have a kid. This is a radio show, and so we have a child together, Austin, and he works at Haydell's Bakery if you need a king cake. But anyway, that was just a little free advertisement I shot out there. So, well, you know.
Every week?
Yeah, well, every other week until we get it. So I got 2 cameras, but I only got one working. It all worked in the studio, and then when I come here and I plug it all in, the air conditioning, I had one camera there and one camera here, and the air conditioning the camera wouldn't function by the air conditioning. So I would have had to put it over there, and y'all need all this area for dining. And, you know, when I take my little break, I'll scan the camera around so everybody can see everything. But we're coming up on our 15-minute mark, and we're going to take a little pause for the cause.
Keep your business accounts organized with all the digital tools, convenience, and security you need. Get the most bang for your buck with a business checking account at your local Gulf Coast Bank and Trust.
What you're looking for.
The Yellow Brick House, 535 Florida Avenue, Denham Springs, Louisiana. 225-271-7331. At the Yellow Brick House, we're open for breakfast and lunch Monday through Thursday, 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. And on Sundays, we have a Sunday brunch from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Closed on Friday and Saturday, family owned and operated. For breakfast, enjoy our cinnamon rolls, biscuits, all homemade, sausage biscuits, egg and cheese, and much more. And for lunch, we feature a filet mignon sandwich, blackened or fried catfish BLT, an 8-ounce chuck burger, dressed as you like, jumbo shrimp platter, and the best daily specials around. But wait, there's more. Sunday brunch, always spectacular. You'll think you're in a grand hotel. The Yellow Brick House, 535 Florida Avenue, Denham Springs. We encourage you to relax and let us do the cooking. Enjoy our breakfast and daily specials. Hours are Monday through Thursday, 6 a.m. to 2 p.m., and that Sunday brunch, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m., closed on Fridays and Saturdays. The Yellow Brick House, 535 Florida Avenue, Denham Springs. Remember, Yellow Brick House, 535 Florida Avenue, Denham Springs, Louisiana, or call ahead for your order, 225-271-7331. So we're back, and please do business with our sponsors because that's what will keep me here. We had the Massonette on 2727 Britannia Street, and we have Gulf Bank and Trust, the commercial loan department. And you go see those guys because, you know, they help you get in business. And that's what it's all about. And then we have the Yellow Brick House, where I am right now. So I would say that they are the live sponsors of the week. And that's that. So now we have Gail, who is Becky's daughter, correct?
Is what?
That's your mama?
That was my mother.
All right. And so what can you tell me about Denham Springs?
Well, I grew up in Baton Rouge, East Baton Rouge Parish, not too far from Denham. And we would come on the weekends. We would swim in the Comeet River. And that was always a lot of fun.
Did you do that tubing?
Yes, we would go tubing. We always had a lot of fun in Denham. Denham was always more fun than Baton Rouge. And I don't know why, but we always had a good time when we came here.
But you were from Baton Rouge and came here to have fun.
We would always come to Denham to have fun.
So this was like the Metairie to New Orleans back in the day.
Exactly.
I got you.
Exactly.
Did they have nightclubs? Did you go out and,
Well,
is that how you met your husband? I mean,
I actually met
you
my
can be
husband.
honest.
My husband was a Vermont farmer.
Was it what?
A Vermont farmer. And we
From
met
Vermont?
From Vermont, that's correct. But he was in Baton Rouge when we met.
All right.
So, my folks moved to Denham 17 years ago, long before there was a Dubin crossing. So we've watched the area grow and prosper. My mother is 91 years old, and everything she needs is in about a 3-block area. You know, she can get to Jubin Crossings with no trouble. She can get to the Dollar General, which she absolutely loves.
Well, they got one of those on every corner.
On every corner, yeah. So she's perfect.
And I hear they're building one on the moon right now.
I wouldn't doubt it at all. Transportation may be a problem, but Dollar General won't. So, yeah, my mom is perfectly happy here. She's perfectly safe here, you know. I have never seen any crime in Denham. There must be, but I've never seen any.
Well, like I was telling your mother, to prepare for the day, I went online, and there is a little bit, but not anything like anywhere else. I
Yeah.
mean, everything is good about Denham online.
Right.
And, you know, by the way, if you go to WRAYAnderson.com, I have a page set up about Denham Springs, and you can find other businesses for spas, restaurants, hotels, motels where you want to stay, some activities. And if you know of anything, you can email me down at the bottom of that thing and tell them what you want to add. But where do you go around here for activities? Do you do anything? You skate? You play putt-putt?
I don't. I mostly stay with my mom when I come here. We do have
That's
a
your
big
activity.
family reunion up at Lake Bruin every year, and so we go to that. But other than that, I usually hang pretty close to my mom.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
I'm going to take a pause just for a minute
Okay.
because I might have to move this camera.
Okay.
Oh, no, okay, keep going.
Okay.
Not yet. In a minute. I shouldn't have put the camera there because somebody's going to sit and bump my camera. So
Oh.
I'm going to move it in a second.
Yeah.
Next time I take a commercial break. Not a big deal. So the thing that looks like it's the hit, everybody has a bucket on their plate with the crab and the
That's
peeled
why we're
shrimp.
here.
and I think it's $19, $18,
Is
something
it?
like
Yeah.
that. Can't beat that anywhere.
Not for all you can eat.
I mean, that is what it's all about.
Yeah.
The only thing, I got to get him a couple more air conditioning units up in here.
Yeah.
Because it's a little balmy, as they would say, you know. And I drove from Mandeville to Metairie, and I had to do some work in a hot building.
Oh, man.
And then I came here, but I kind of cleaned up and changed clothes because
It's warm.
it was on the way here.
Yeah.
So that's life in the big city.
Yep.
And let me, well, we're all right.
Looking good.
And so we good. See, I had two cameras, like I said, one for over here and one for over there. But this one over here got buzzed out by the air conditioning unit.
Oh.
And when I plugged it in over there, it wouldn't come on. So something got
Yeah.
zippity-doo-dah or zapped or
Ooh.
whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
I don't see a lot of people with dogs and animals around here.
You know, that's interesting. I live in Boston now, and of course everybody has dogs in Boston, and they walk them on leashes because there's a leash.
You talking about Boston, Mass?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
But comparatively, I see and hear very little dogs down here.
Well, I have 3 dogs. I have 2 Chihuahuas, Dabs and Sasha, and I have a Shih Tzu, Cookie. And they're all about in their twilight years.
Yeah.
But every time somebody walks 2 blocks away, my dogs let me know it. I mean, that is my remote control
There you
security
go.
system.
Yeah.
I had a guy come over yesterday to drop off the T-shirts to my house that I brought here today, and I told him, I said, don't ring the doorbell. The garage is open.
Right.
I got a camera. I'll see you when you walk in the garage, so just stay there and try and be quiet. He made the turn. The dogs let me know. Somebody
wow.
here, Daddy, you know? And then he pulled up in the garage, and they went crazy, crazy, crazy. And then when I started talking to him in the garage, and I said, I'd invite you in my house, but I don't feel like going putting all the dogs up, and because
Yeah.
you're going to be here too, drop this off. Let's put it in my car. Thank you very much, and see you later.
Yeah.
So it's coming up on the top of the hour here, huh? Yeah, so we're going to take another little pause and come back to this a little bit later.
Thank you. I'm going to get me some seafood.
Well, you go ahead.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate the opportunity.
Hi, let me tell you about the Maisonette shop. They're at 2727 Britannia Street. Their website is maisonette shop.com. And don't forget to, look them up on the internet. Now, they've mastered custom at the Maisonette. They got antique bed covers, classic yachts, needing new custom-sized mattresses and sheets, recreating new towels to match the old discontinued style, and creating custom monograms from sketch. No job is too big or too small. Their collection of luxury products, quality craftsmanship, and expert workrooms, both domestic and international, make them the go-to for custom linens on land, sea, and air. Contact them with a list of your needs, or to learn more about their process, go to the shop, 2727 Britannia Street in New Orleans, or the website, maisonnetteshop.com, or call them up, 504-437-1850. They're open from 10 to 5, Monday through Saturday. Y'all take care now. Well, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for that little pause. I hope you do business with the people that do business with us and go to some of our sponsors. We're live again back at the Yellow Brick House, 535 Florida Avenue, Denham Springs, Louisiana. And they are having their crab and shrimp special. Next person comes through here with a full bucket. I'm going to show you what they look like. People just love it. And it's all you can eat. Crab and shrimp, I believe. Yeah, you get shrimp and crab. So we have one of the employees, and what is your name?
Sean.
Sean, from the Yellow Brick House. So Sean, tell us what you do here, and where are you from, how long you've been in Denham Springs, and what you think about Denham Springs. Because I want to do the show more about Denham Springs than about Sean. But,
I'm a line cook / line server. I'm from Florida. I lived in Denham.
What part of Florida?
Fort Lauderdale.
Okay.
Lived in Denham Springs for about 4 years now. I like it. It's a good little community. You don't have to worry too much about violence as much as you do in Baton Rouge, so that's a good thing. The restaurant itself is, I think, one of the nicer, unique places that you don't come around too often, and when you do visit, you're pleasantly surprised when you get there.
Well, that's good. Now, how long have you been cooking? Or
I've done.
Is it proper to say cooking or chefing?
I've mostly done sous chef or line cooks. I've done that for probably about 10 years or so.
Well, that's
on and off.
pretty good. Now, Chad, one of the owners here, along with Kim.
Yep.
I forget how old he was, but he was probably in his 20s, young 20s. And he went to work at a catering hall in Metairie. And he stayed there for about 3 or 4 years. And then he went to work for another company, and I know I'm going to pronounce it wrong because I've pronounced it wrong for the last 20 years. But
This is all stuff I'm learning about, too.
Sedeka or something like that, and they place chefs around the country. So he has been all over the world, not the world, but, well, he has been all over the world. He had worked in a restaurant in Italy, but, and he's got that Italian descent, so that's why, a lot of these things, had that little flair to it. And then, he just decided he didn't want to work for the international company no more, and here we are. And 6 months later, the place is packed. The parking lot is packed. Got to go up, down, or across, Got to build.
First Friday night I worked was the crab and shrimp all-you-can-eat Friday night dinner, and it was really busy.
And how long have you been here?
Say about almost 3 months now.
Okay.
2-3
Well, I've
months.
seen you in the past
Yeah.
when I come. You know, I don't live. I live in Mandeville.
I even bought me a crab and lobster shirt just for Friday and Saturday
Oh.
nights. So
Oh, well, wait. What about those shirts I brought today? You're not gonna wear that?
I didn't get. Was it the Yellow Brick House?
Yeah.
Yeah. I got 3 of them, but I'm doing construction with this guy today, so
Oh.
I wear them when
Oh,
I
that's
work
the guy
here.
that built the place. I know, but he's like my wife, shy on the microphone and the camera. Don't want to come out and talk, and that's just the way it is. And I used to be like that, and then
Me
one
too.
day, a guy that I knew and respected, Keith Rush, who used to be on the air with WSMB way back in the day. I started helping him out on his show, you know, doing some throwing switches and not producing it, but, you know, working the board and all that. And then one day he,
Well, working
said-
in the background. Yep.
right, and then one day he said, oh, I got to run. And he just flips the microphone to me and says, I'll be back in 5 minutes. And I took over the show. Nah, not his show, but I mean, you know. And then so, you know, I did that a couple of times. And then I started doing some commercials for him. And then he left that station and went to another station, and I went with him, and I had a 1-hour show at that station, and then he left and went to another station, and I went to that station. I don't want to mention names because, you know, the station names. And I did like a 2-hour show 5 days a week. But I was like, 6 o'clock in the morning, the studio was on Airline Highway in Metairie, and I lived in Mandeville. It was a bit much to drive all that way, get up and get ready and prepare your show and get your paperwork and all the things you're going to talk about on the show. And back then we talked about politics and religion. Can't do that no more,
Yep.
you know.
I mean, you can, but
Well, you can, but then you get all these ugly emails and stuff. By the way, starting next week, we're going to be able to take telephone calls, emails, tweets, smoke signals, whatever you got. You know, we'll have a way to communicate, and you can even call into the show. But that's going to take a little while. I have all the equipment. I just got to learn it. And like I said, I got the equipment today with the 2 cameras and the 2 microphones. And when I get here, one of the cameras, I couldn't get it to work because it picked up some kind of frequency from the air conditioning, and it fried it. So it's going to be back in the box, nice wrapped like it was, and I'm going to go back and say it don't work. You know, maybe not mention anything about that air conditioner. So-
I didn't hear
so
nothing.
Tomorrow night is going to be the last night, and they're going to close. No, not tomorrow night. Tomorrow lunch, huh? They're not going to be open tomorrow night.
I'm not sure. I think there was still going to be open Thursday for breakfast and lunch, but I am
Not
not.
dinner.
I'm not positive.
Well, you know what? I can look on Facebook on my phone while you continue to talk, as my friend
All right.
Keith Rush would say.
I did find that the food here was unexpectedly really good. I was just expecting to, you know, be like one of those other places you just go to and the food's just, you know, decent, good, you know, good place, atmosphere. But it was unexpectedly, like, really good. And it's one of those few places you're like, you come in and eat and like, I
So
did
are
not
you-
expect this. This is really good.
So, are you married, or you have a girlfriend?
No, just no married,
Well,
single, no
turn
kids.
around, look up in the camera, and say, "Hey, I'm available."
I am available.
So anyway, I found that on Facebook. In celebration of our 6-month anniversary, we're offering a special all-you-can-eat lunch featuring snow crab and shrimp for $16. This Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Following Thursday's lunch service, we will be closed Sunday until Sunday, July the 7th. Upon our return, we'll be adding a daily breakfast buffet on top of our regular breakfast menu. Well, I like buffets, and I especially like them here. We came last Sunday.
I was here.
And yeah, I know. And you know, it was just my wife gets the waffles.
Waffles.
I forget what they had this week. Was it blueberries or was
I think
it
they had like a blueberry or a berry comb.
something like that. Oh man, and she just went crazy over it. But she likes those fried green tomatoes, see? And she don't have those fried green tomatoes every day. And she told me this morning, she says, make sure when you come home, you bring me some fried green tomatoes, but they're not on the menu. So she called him up, and he's going to make some fried green tomatoes for Mama.
Nice.
And I'm going to bring them home to her because that's what she wants. Wednesday is normally my liver and onion day. And Chad's don't like liver and onions, but I love liver and onions.
My grandmother does too.
Well, my mother used to make liver and onions, and it was like that was what you ate on that day of the week. Maybe it was a Thursday, maybe it was a Tuesday, I don't remember. But, you know, I do remember every week she'd go to Dornax, get the liver, bring it home, cook it up, and there you had it for dinner. Mashed potatoes, gravy, you know, with all the onions in it. But there's a restaurant, I won't mention their name. I love them, but I won't mention their name until they start advertising. In Mandeville I go, and every Wednesday is liver and onions. And I usually
You could still
make it-
mention the street name.
Huh?
You could still mention the street name.
No, because it's the only buffet on that street. and a country kitchen is what it is. But it's a long way, so you're not going to go there instead of here because you don't live in Mandeville. But I go there on Wednesdays because they have liver and onions. And surprisingly, maybe 3 years ago, I was there, and they had these two elderly men in their 80s.
Yep.
And they were sitting down eating. And it's a buffet. And so, you know, they have like liver and onions, fried chicken, pork chops, you know, whatever. You take what you want.
The good old Southern comfort foods.
Right. And so the one guy got the fried or the baked chicken. I don't remember what he got because that wasn't where the story's going. But the other gentleman, he got the liver and the onions. And he ate them. He got 2 pieces, and he ate them. And he got up and he got 2 more pieces, or maybe 1 more, and he ate it. And when they were finished and they had paid the bill, he was talking to the guy that he was with, and he said, "Man, I want to tell you, that was the best pork chops I ever had." And the guy with him says, "Man, that wasn't pork chops, that was liver and onions." Now, think about it. Ate 3 pieces, loved them. He got up from the table, went out to the parking lot, and threw up. Now, that was only because it's in his head.
Yep.
Because when he ate them, he thought they were pork chops, and if that man wouldn't have said, "Hey, you know that was liver and onions," he would have never had that.
You can blindfold somebody, and
Well, I
they
get
could
it
eat something
sometimes. I
that
go to the store and
they
do
would
it.
never expect to eat and eat it and be like, "Man, that was really good. What was that?" And they're like, they'll tell them
I
and like,
hate that.
"Oh."
I'm not gonna eat that.
Yep.
Yeah. That's the way people are. But you see, and I'm what you call a prepper. I like to prepare for things that might happen, whether they're gonna happen or not. And so I got a lot of backup food, and I got a backup. Actually, I have a whole house generator, and then I have a backup generator, and then I got an older generator in case the backup generator. So that's the way I am. But getting to I go to Rouse's, and they have frozen liver, and so I'll buy 5 or 6 packs of it, and you get 2 pieces in a pack, and I put that in the freezer because Chad ain't gonna eat it. My other son Austin ain't gonna eat it. My wife definitely ain't gonna eat it. So I know if, you know, world's coming to the end and I got to eat, I got a couple of days worth of liver and onions. I also have other food, and, you know, I believe in all that. Some people don't. Some people think I'm a little crazy. But let me take another little pause here. We're running up on about 12 after, and we'll get right back to you. The Yellow Brick House, 535 Florida Avenue, Denham Springs, Louisiana. 225-271-7331. At the Yellow Brick House, we're open for breakfast and lunch Monday through Thursday, 6 a.m. to 2 p.m., and on Sundays, we have a Sunday brunch from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m., closed on Friday and Saturday, family-owned and operated. For breakfast, enjoy our cinnamon rolls, biscuits, all homemade, sausage biscuits, egg and cheese, and much more. And for lunch, we feature a filet mignon sandwich, blackened or fried catfish BLT, an 8-ounce chuck burger, dressed as you like, jumbo shrimp platter, and the best daily specials around. But wait, there's more. Sunday brunch, always spectacular. You'll think you're in a grand hotel. The Yellow Brick House, 535 Florida Avenue, Denham Springs. We encourage you to relax and let us do the cooking. Enjoy our breakfast and daily specials. Hours are Monday through Thursday, 6 a.m. to 2 p.m., and that Sunday brunch, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m., closed on Fridays and Saturdays. The Yellow Brick House, 535 Florida Avenue, Denham Springs. Remember, Yellow Brick House, 535 Florida Avenue, Denham Springs, Louisiana, or call ahead for your order, 225-271-7331.
Keep your business accounts organized with all the digital tools, convenience, and security you need. Get the most bank for your buck with a business checking account at your local Gulf Coast Bank and Trust.
What you're looking for.
So, Judy, how long have you been working at the Yellow Brick House?
About 5 weeks.
About 5 weeks. And have you tried about everything on the menu?
Yeah, everything's good.
So, what's your favorite?
My favorite is the roast beef sandwich.
Oh, and I just had that roast beef slider because I wanted to just take a little taste of something. I wanted to get a little taste of something before we. Can you turn that a little bit? Just about a half inch. A little more, a little more. All right, that's good, that's good, that's good, that's good. Okay, so we're back. We had a little malfunction with the camera. So anyway, I had the roast beef slide.
They good.
Because I wanted a little something just to eat before we came on air. I'm gonna get me a good meal. I can't get the shrimp and the crabs because I got a big day ahead of me, and I want to go take a nap, you know.
Yes, sir.
And it takes about an hour to get home anyway. And then I got to go from Mandeville back to Medgar to pick up my wife because she carpools. But the girl that, oh, that's what I want. Hold that in front of the camera. No, there you go. Man, that is a bucket, huh? And that's all you can eat. So when your bucket gets empty, fill it up. I think did they give you a little tag or something? Or they used to give you a tag.
Yeah, they did.
But now they give you just a bucket. I think at dinner they give you the. But we got to get something printed on those buckets. What do you think you ought to get printed on those buckets? I got the crabs at the Yellow Brick House.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't think that'll work. I have to take that out too. But anyway, what was I saying? So what is your function here?
I'm the cook.
Okay, so you're like the fourth person that sat in that chair, and I said, what's your function here? And they go, I'm the cook. Got a lot of cooks back there.
Yeah, I work in the front with the biscuits and stuff.
Biscuits and the cinnamon roll, all them cinnamon rolls.
Yeah, the cinnamon
See, I'm
roll.
a diabetic.
And I'm the one that plates the food and serve the food.
So I get my doctor to come to you or Kim?
Kim.
Because, you know, when they first opened up, I came here and she gave me a little thing of cinnamon rolls for when I got home, but I ate 2 of them on the way home, and I could feel it, and I got the little thing hooked up to my phone, and I just touch it, and it tells me, I think it was like 350 or something, you know, and I hadn't eaten anything except for the 2 cinnamon rolls.
Oh, man.
So they like to, you know, but I take a little insulin shot, and I was good. So tell me about your life story. How'd you get here?
Well, I had a friend that told me to come over here, and they some good people, and that's what I came over. They said there was some good people, and they treat you right, you know, and they do.
You're talking about the Yellow Brick House?
Yes, sir.
Well, I meant how you got here to Denham Springs. Are you from here? Where are you from?
No, I married Don Harris in 1980, and I moved from Port Allen to here.
Oh, Port Allen. That's money up there in Port Allen, huh? All them boats and ships and everything coming in. That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
They were in the news last week or the week before. They were changing something.
Yeah.
I forget what it was, but something like that. But anyway, we stay out of politics on here, you know. Politics and religion. Can't talk about neither one. I can, but people, they always, you know, if you this, they want that. If you that, they want this. So I learned to stay out of that, you know. But so where was I going? So when are you happy to see that they're gonna do this?
Yeah.
All you can eat after
yeah.
the stuffing?
They really help us too, you know. They help us, and you know, by bringing the customers in here with the prices they have, you know, the prices are good.
Well, you know, from the day that they opened, and I'll be honest with you, I mean, I came here in the beginning once or twice a week. but it just got to be too much for me to leave to come here. I got other things I got to do. I got to work, make a living, right? And Chad would always tell me on the phone, man, we got swamped today, we got blasted, every table was taken and all that stuff, you know, and I'm like, Chad, you just opened up. And every time I come, it's just like it is now.
Yeah.
The only two tables that are available right now are the two that I'm using to do this show.
Yeah.
So, I got there's people standing over there in line, they waiting for me to get the heck out of here and take over.
Yeah.
So y'all go to WRAYAnderson.com and you can see all about Denham Springs and what to do. And if you own a business and you want to be put on there, it doesn't cost anything. I just put a link to your website, you know, and or your business, whatever you got. I want to know about activities because I want to help people in Denham Springs have a place to go to see what they can do.
Yeah.
Because they don't really have like a tourist information thing other than here's the city hall and here's a gas station. That's
Yeah.
what they got for their tourists, you know, get gas, get out, and go to City Hall and pay your fines or whatever. I don't know, I'm just saying. Go to City Hall and you see what I'm
Yeah.
talking about. And I put maybe 25 businesses on there that I just found on my own. And I don't charge to be put on there, so it ain't like I'm, you know,
Yeah.
give me $25 and I'll throw your name up there. You know, you got a legitimate business, and I will, I'll post it up there for you, you know. There's not a whole lot of things for kids to do, as far as, you know, like y'all got no putt-putt, you got no bowling,
No.
you know, you got no horseback riding.
Yeah.
But then again, you know, I grew up in the 50s. Maybe they don't have
Me
horseback
too.
riding. Maybe they don't have bowling no more. I don't know. But I mean, the kids need something to go do other than jump on a trampoline in their backyard
Yeah.
or rent a blow-up house and play in their backyard. You know. So, you know, that's my thoughts. You got any thoughts on that?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
All right. Well, I think we're gonna wrap this up
Okay.
because I'm already a minute and 35 past my time. So I thank you for coming, and everybody out there drive safe, and we hope to see you next week.